I rise and I wake and I gotta go get it. I'm making my bed and it's straight to the digits. No cup of jokers, they this acidic. So I take a shot with the lemon and ginger. Look in the mirror like, yeah, I'm that. Look in the mirror like, I'm fitted. Looking outside like the world is all mine. Look in the mirror like, go get it. I gotta get to the scene, oh, I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these. They getting, they feeling and dragged down. That's why they just crash out. Stuck in the cell and it's man down. Life getting on in the...
Hey, it is Jody of Fervor Voice. Listen, y'all, whenever something comes up, instead of it just coming out, I just feel like I need to record. That's just what it is. So I don't know. We'll see whether or not this is a good recording space. I'm actually just kind of soaking right now. I went on a walk. I came back and I was like, ooh, shoulders kind of tight and feeling strange, and feet, my ankles. Yeah. Ran the water, threw some Epsom salt and a couple of different essential oils. Yeah, I'm sitting here, I'm kind of chilling. And it's keeping me calm. So these are all things, these are all tools that I use to stay present. Because if my body is saying something to me and telling me, listen, I need something, I'm hurting, you feel this, right? I'm sending you a signal. I have no choice but to answer. There's some times that I can't readily, but I'm gonna get to it. So in this particular episode, I'm thinking through some things and thinking about what accountability should look like. I'm thinking about accountability, period. So I've been doing my episodes around grief and around different things that happen. Now remember, I am also an accountability coach. So an accountability coach, it is my job to point things out and help you to the resolution. That's my job. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. So when I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about all the things that I experienced in it, different situations. And I have to check myself when I stick my nose where it shouldn't be. This was going to be a perfect, end to a day. It was a game, Sunday night, I guess it's football. I don't keep up, right? So my husband had his friends over, and one of the friends invited a friend that's like a son to him, and I know him too. He came over, he came through, and he's like me. He has the same diet that I have. He's a pescatarian. With that, my husband is a meat eater. He can eat a plate full of food that's just meat and carbs. I didn't say meat and vegetables. He's looking for some meat and carbs. That man loves comfort food. He loves mac and cheese. He loves mashed potatoes. He loves French fries, pizza. He loves that kind of eating. I enjoy it, but it doesn't even feel good for me. That's just me. So when he came by, and my husband has said, he doesn't really eat this kind of stuff, but there's still some chips out there. I said, chips? Y'all sitting out there eating cheese dip with meat in it and wings and whatever else y'all got out there, and you offered that man some chips. That man is grown. That man is not in kindergarten. The kindergartners eat chips. But that man is grown. No, that's all right. That's all right. Don't worry about it. I said, does he eat fish? Because I didn't know about his diet. I said, is he pescatarian or is he straight vegetarian? I'm gonna look out regardless. I just need to know what he is, and I'll get him right. I don't like to call myself hosting if I'm not feeding you. Like, that's not hosting. I'm not gonna feed you. I don't like that. That's not who I am. So, So my husband goes out, asks him. He said, yeah, I eat fish. I said, okay, no problem. I can whip up some tuna right quick and put a bunch of things on it. So that's what I did. Whipped him up a nice plate of vegetables, cheese, crackers. Just, it looked nice, but that's how I like my plates to look. When I go for a snack, the more colors, the better. That's just the way I've learned to eat. So, brings the plate out to him. He's like, oh, wow. So then, once he's wild with that, I'm like, I finally met somebody that's in my lane. And we had a conversation, and he was just like, yeah, you go somewhere, and even on the holidays, the sides have meat in them. And it's just like, y'all didn't even think about me. Y'all wasn't even thinking about, okay, you just gonna leave me out there like that. I said, I'm so tired of people doing that. That's why I'm at home. Because I'm tired of that. Or I will eat before I go. Maybe I'll pick off some things that you have. But I'm so tired of people doing that. I don't even give them the opportunity to do me like that anymore. And he was like, yeah, but I didn't know I was coming through. It's just kind of a last minute thing. I said, yeah, well, that's all right. You don't have to worry about coming over here and not having anything, because we getting ready to do this. So in my many ventures, I have also become certified as a bartender. So now I get to break out my bottles. Broke out my bottles, mixed them a couple drinks. He's like, oh, you should be. I said, yeah, I know. Yeah. Got a certification for that too. And he's like, yeah. And your podcast, what do you talk about? So we break out into a conversation about that. We get through all of that. And I'm like wanting to take him as my company. And I had to remind myself, wait a minute, this ain't even your company. This man is over here watching the game with everybody else. This ain't your company. You were in the house. You didn't even have anything to do with that. So I had to see my way on out of that. That wasn't even my business. The only business it was of mine was to make sure that he had something that he wanted to snack on. So that he did, and he was full. Like he said, that was a whole meal. And that just did my heart some good, right? Well, after I had my food, because I had mine inside, I ate my food, and I said, ice cream factory. I'm trying to get the ice cream factory. Took my great niece and nephew there the other day. And when I tell you, that place is trouble. I hate that I know where it is, because it's trouble. I'm going to have to keep myself under control, but I went to ice cream factory. My favorite ice cream is butter pecan. But I like my pecans to be salted when it's in ice cream. And if it's not a salted butter pecan, I really don't care much for it. So I got the same thing that I got the first time I went. Sugar cone bowl, a scoop of butter pecan, a scoop of Biscoff with the Biscoff crumbles on it, and a Biscoff cookie in it, whipped cream, and some caramel drizzle. That's my favorite dessert right about now. That's my favorite dessert. I'm in line. This family is right behind me. This family is the same family that I saw when I was walking into the ice cream factory. And they were, loading out of the car. They were sitting on, a couple of them were on laps. It felt like it. Maybe there was only one on the lap, but they just looked so bunched in there. It reminded me of my childhood and how we would bunch into the car. Because it was, it was 4 kids, but, sometimes you had your little cousin with you or something. And it was a little tight in the car. Sometimes somebody was a little bigger than the other one. So it was a little tight. And the smallest one had to get on the lap. That's just the way that thing went. That's the way they looked when they pulled up. I have not seen that in a minute. Everybody got SUVs and everything else now. So they pulled up and I looked over. And I kind of smiled because like I said, it reminded me of my childhood. And I said, oh, y'all coming in to have some ice cream? They said, yeah. I said, oh, it's so good. You're going to enjoy this. I said, you been here before? Yes. Only one other time. But I'm going to keep this thing going. I go in, and shortly thereafter, they come in there right behind me. I order my ice cream, and I notice nobody's placing an order. They all in the line. It's like 6 of them. They all in the line. Ain't nobody got no ice cream. And I'm looking back like, what y'all gonna do? mother gets some ice cream. She gets some kind of sundae cup or something. It's got layers in it. It's pretty. It's like layered up, different sauce flavors, everything. I said, I don't know, this woman ain't gonna eat all this ice cream in front of these youngins and not give them any. I know she's not gonna do that. Remember what I said about putting my nose in other folks' business? I needed to check myself on that, because is that any of my business? Is anybody getting slapped or abused? No. You may consider the not having your own ice cream abuse. You might. That's all opinion. So I get my ice cream and I walk out, and I had to stop because I want some of this now. Like, I'm going to start eating some of this before I even open the car door. What if I drop it? I need to get some of it now while it's in perfect form. So I'm eating it a little bit. I'm like, okay, all right. I got my mouth full enough that I can actually walk to the car and get in and not worry about, okay, I'm good. So I get in the car, putting the ice cream in the, in my cup holder and everything. And I look up. It's that woman with all them youngins and that one cup of ice cream or shake, whatever it was. Like I said, it was a layered something in a clear, like, cup. About the size of a solo cup if you were at a cookout, like the regular big solo cup. And I said, I'm gonna watch. Because if this woman sit here eating this ice cream and them kids just standing there, I'm gonna take them back in there and I'm gonna get them some ice cream. And I looked and I saw all of them had spoons. Except for that man that she brought. I don't know if that was her boyfriend. I don't know if that was her brother. But he was just standing there. He didn't have a spoon. The kids all had a spoon. And the mother had a spoon. And they were all eating. They all scooping out. One scoop at a time. One scoop at a time. I said, let me get these kids some ice cream. And I said, wait a minute. If I was the mother, and if those were my kids and somebody walked up and said, let me pay for that ice cream, I'd have got mad. You let me worry about this over here, is what I would have said. I got this how we do. That's what I would have felt. So I said, no, I'm not even going to do that. That's really not any of my business. And when I looked at them, I noticed nobody was complaining. Nobody had their nose twisted or their mouth twisted up talking about, I want my own, I want. Them kids was standing around, they all get their one scoop, spoon it in their mouth, and that is good. And then get some of this. Try that part. Because like I said, it was layered, so it kind of drops in different. The mother was eating, them kids was eating. The only one that didn't have a spoon, like I said, is that defenseless man that she drug up there. I don't even know why he was there. He was just standing there with his hands behind his back. Maybe he's lactose intolerant. Maybe he doesn't eat ice cream. I do not know. But there was no spoon for him. Everybody was happy. Everybody was happy. I said, you know what? I think that might be one of the problems that I need to make sure that I understand. My standard is not the standard. The way I do it is not the way everyone does it. That woman was minding her own business, pulled up with a carload full of kids, went in there, got that ice cream, and they all shared it. I'm going to say this because I've seen it. When you raise your children to appreciate what they have, they will. When you raise your children to want and require, take, they will. When I tell you, that thing rung off in my head like a siren. Because sometimes I do find myself wanting to go overboard. And I have to pull myself in because number one, that's none of my business. Number two, this could be a life lesson for them. And number three, this is character building. Eventually, it'll be accountability for them, whatever it is that they experience. But that's accountability for me. That's my check. Girl, keep your nose out their business. You got enough going on with what you do and don't want to do. You got enough learning to do. So with that, I will say, let's make sure that as we move about in our spaces and outside of our spaces, let's make sure that we respect the decisions of others, whether we agree with them or not. There's an even heavier story behind that I really don't even feel comfortable sharing, but I will say that when you care about the feelings of others, you will put your feelings aside and you'll wait for your cue to step in and do what you feel is necessary. I don't know why I felt it necessary to you. I don't know why I felt the need to say that or to record this, but apparently somebody needed to hear it. Because that thing about taking on things that are not on our plate, that's serious. You know how holidays and things like that, you go in and you fix your plate. Or even if you're out at a restaurant, you can be at an event and then, just I was at a conference a couple weeks ago. I don't eat chicken. The woman had my plate. I was walking down the food line there. She said, what piece you want? I said, I don't eat chicken. Oh. You get that look, especially the older the person is, the stranger they look at you when you say you don't eat chicken. It's all right. I'm used to it. I started this journey in 2008. So, hey, I'm 17 years in, still rocking. So, I said, no, I don't eat chicken. We're going to move on past this. And then, salad, these different things that's what I took. That's what it's like when you get in somebody else's business. It's like putting something on your plate that you don't even eat. That ain't even yours. And I almost did that. I almost ate a piece of chicken at the ice cream factory. That wasn't mine. That woman had it under control. Don't eat nothing that's not on your plate. Let's call it that. And don't pile your plate too heavy. You already got enough to eat. That's already enough. That's all you need. Don't put something on your plate you don't intend on eating. Don't put anything on your plate that's not for you. That's all. Keep your plate moderately full with what you can eat. That's all. Keep your nose out of folks' business. However it is that you want to put it. If you want to use the plate analogy, fine. You want to use the nose analogy, fine. Mind your own business. You can live that way. Mind your own business. It's fun. It keeps you focused. That's all I got. I got to finish my soak, y'all. I'll see you next week. Talk to you next week. All right? Bye. Love y'all.